Kia's EV6 is simply one of the best EVs I've driven, but it does have a few niggles, mainly the world's most annoying door handles. Anyway, here's everything you need to know before buying one. The EV6 comes in 3 specifications, and the main features of each are on the screen now if you want to pause the video. The EV6 gives a superb driving experience because every single aspect is thoughtfully delivered. The GT line electric seat is very comfortable, especially due to the adjustable thigh support. Love that. The steering wheel is nicely padded and a good size. The brake pedal weight and feel is perfection. The driving position is straight on, with lots of room for your left foot, so no cramp or discomfort on long journeys. But most importantly, the handling and ride comfort is first class. The EV6 uses the new frequency selective dampers, which act like an active suspension. Essentially, the ride is firm but comfortable and gives an incredible amount of control and confidence. Whilst the flush door handles may look good, day to day they are frustrating to use, especially if you're carrying something. All the models come with a huge 77.4 kilowatt battery pack, whilst the official range is up to 328 miles. In my real world testing, with the heater on etc, I got 3.6 kilowatts per mile, which equates to 278 miles. The car supports ultra rapid charging at 350 kilowatts, giving a top up to 80% in about 18 minutes. Whilst the wireless phone charger is very conveniently placed, there's no wireless CarPlay, and the nearest USB port is miles away, so you have this cable dangling around. Why not have a port in the armrest? The touchscreen is excellent, very sharp, fast and easy to use. There's also this nice soft touchpad to support your hand, so it's easier to hit the right buttons when driving. Kia's one-pedal driving mode, the IPEDAL, doesn't work very well. It doesn't stop you well enough, and what's worse is that for some reason it makes the pedal really heavy, so it soon becomes very tiring on your foot, so you just turn it off. You have the choice of a 226 horsepower rear-wheel drive single motor or 321 horsepower all-wheel drive dual motor car. On to the flush door handles. Yes, I know I've mentioned them already, but they're so bad it's worth mentioning again. If it's dark outside, they are almost impossible to use. You have to hunt around for them and usually use 2 hands. Compound that if it's raining, that makes them slippery. Then imagine you're carrying something. What's wrong with normal handles? Though there is the approach unlock feature, which will pop the handle out when you're close, making it easier to use, but it's only on the top spec model, which costs $7,500 more, and it will only work with someone who's got the key in their pocket. The illumination button controls the brightness of all lights in the cabin, so at night you can turn them all right down. Lovely. The Kia app not only controls the heat of the car remotely, but also the heat of the side mirrors and steering wheel. There's a front boot for a cheeky bit of extra storage. It has a big boot, 490 litres, also a false floor for storing the charging cable, which is super handy. There's a vehicle to load port available under the rear seats, so you can power your normal home appliances from the car's battery, and obviously Kia's 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty. There's no rear wiper, so obviously the glass gets dirty. Also, there's no cover on the charge port, so I do worry about water ingress, especially in the rain. Having dual function buttons for the stereo and heating sounds like a good space-saving idea, but it's not, as ultimately it's always on the setting you don't want, so you reach down to turn the volume up, but instead you've just turned the heating up. Lane assist is always on by default, every time you start the car, and it just doesn't work, it just tries to steer you into a hedge, but at least you can turn it off with a long press of the steering wheel button here. So, summing up, while there are a few small issues, the EV6 really is first class and I highly recommend it. Assuming of course you can put up the door handles.